Welcome to Bear Beat, a conversation series with friends of the Baylor University MBA program. In each episode, we will talk with faculty, students, alumni, and more, discussing everything you wanted to know about earning a Baylor MBA. I'm Sharon, Director of the Executive MBA program in Dallas, and today our guest is alumnus Lauren Price. Having worked in marketing and brand management for over 10 years, Lauren is currently a senior brand manager for Welch's. Hello, Lauren, and thank you for joining us today.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah. So in your career, you've worked for a variety of top brands in the food and beverage industry across multiple states. So tell us a little bit about your career path and what really drives and motivates you in your career.
Yes, so I have built my career in the food and beverage, CPG kind of arena. I started my career out with the Cold Stone Creamery corporate headquarters. I was there for 5 years working in marketing and brand management before moving over to Frito-Lay, where I was for another 5 years. I had various roles in shopper marketing, innovation, and then my last role there was managing the $1.2 billion Dips brand, which was really fun. Since then, I have moved over. I'm senior brand manager, as you mentioned, at Welch's now out in Boston. And I'm managing our brand there, which has just been a great 6 months so far. So still fairly new, but really excited for it. I think, what motivates me in my career is I want to be able to sell products that truly make a difference in people's lives. So I enjoy working for these larger, more recognizable brands, but I really just want to have a part in, improving the lives of our consumers, but then also improving the lives of, Welch's, specifically the farmers and growers who support our business.
Yeah, that's super exciting. And certainly we love that, a lot of brands have meanings behind them and their impact on the world. So being at Baylor, we're focusing on the Baylor MBA. So how did your Baylor EMBA experience kind of shape you as a marketing executive now, and especially for this role at Welch's?
It really took me to the next level. I never was planning to get an MBA. When I finished my undergrad, I thought that was it. And then I moved companies over to Frito-Lay, where everyone had an MBA, and I realized that there was a skill set gap that I needed to gain for myself as well. So really the MBA shaped me into a better marketer, of course, but really a better just business professional overall. It kind of opened up my viewpoint into different departments and teams and arenas, and really gave me the ability to see the business as a whole and start making strategic decisions that were outside of just my everyday realm.
Yeah, strategy is certainly an important part. And so as you continue through the career, as you mentioned, working for these brands, you've helped with that, building that message for that brand. So on the flip side of that, what would you say is your personal brand?
My personal brand, I'm pretty lighthearted. I want to be approachable, fun. The most important thing to me is being a good family member and friend. But after that, my career is important as well, too. So I think, it's kind of maybe a unique mix, but I'm funny, I'm the class clown, but I'm also down to business and have serious goals that I want to meet. So somewhere a balance in between.
That's great. And certainly you demonstrated that brand while you were in our program for sure. So before we leave kind of your career, what is a current marketing trend that our listeners should really know about?
Let's see. I think one you touched on was brands that have purpose. More and more with millennials and Gen Zs, especially, and myself included in that age group, we are looking for brands to support that do something bigger than just sell their current products. One brand I think of, that exemplifies that message is the shoe company's Tom's, where every, pair of shoes you buy, they donate to someone in need as well. That's increasingly more important. And, I hope that every brand I work on has a statement of purpose like that.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love that. Well, flipping to kind of your program, your experience during the Baylor program, you certainly, and you mentioned fun as part of your brand, you maintained a strong, what we like to call the learn-life balance. You planned a number of cohort activities outside of the classroom. You continued your passion for traveling. So talk to me about how you managed to balance your professional obligations with your personal pursuits.
Yeah. Actually, I'd like to give a quick example of how I managed this during the program. There was one weekend that the non-healthcare students had off from school, but the healthcare was actually still in school. So my study group actually held our course outside on the lawn, right outside of the window, so they could see us out enjoying the sunshine, but we were still, working hard and getting our stuff done. So there's something like that that's important. I also believe, in a strong work-life balance, and that balance doesn't happen every day. Sometimes I'm at work late into the evening, and that's okay, because there are some days I'm able to leave early and get outside to do something. So I think really just making time for yourself and your friends and family, but also managing expectations with the office is key.
Yeah, I love how you model that, not only for your classmates, but as you continue through your career. So what was your favorite, besides that one memory on studying on the line, what was your favorite takeaway or memory from the MBA program?
Yeah, well, one takeaway that stays with me is there was never a day of course, getting up for class early or doing homework isn't always enjoyable, but there was never a day that I didn't want to go to Baylor to learn in our program and to see my cohort and friends. So I think that was, a monumentous thing. But also there was a lot of fun camaraderie that happened outside of classes. So, we would sit through these long weekend seminars and classes, but then afterwards go out for happy hour. So there are quite a few. I don't want to put any incriminating fun evidence out into the world, but really some great times that followed class as well, even on the same day.
Well, that's always great to hear about, because certainly as I'm promoting the program, I love it when students talk about that culture that they build while they're in the cohort and the relationships that they build. That's our ultimate goal, besides earning the knowledge and skills through the MBA curriculum, but the culture at Baylor and building that family is important as well. So that's all of our main questions. So as we're closing, we like to end with a couple of fun, quick questions. So there are this or that. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So grape or strawberry?
Oh, grape. Well, just have to go grape.
That's awesome. Favorite book or podcast?
Let's see. My favorite book. This is a touching one, but it's called Me Before You. It's a few years old now, but it's a classic.
Awesome. And then finally, what is your favorite destination, either on your bucket list or somewhere you've been?
Let's see. That's a tough one. So over the last 5 years, I've been to 30 countries by myself. So travel is a big part of my life. I would say, honestly, this sounds cheesy, but the way the monuments are lit up in Rome at night is unmatched. And then there are a few others as well. Iceland was wonderful, but haven't had any bad trips yet. So very lucky.
That's awesome. Well, we look forward to hearing about your career advancement in the years to come, as well as your additional travel destinations. So Lauren, thank you for taking the time to join us today. It's always super fun to speak with you.
Thank you.
That was alumnus Lauren Price. For more inspiring conversations about the Baylor MBA program, head over to the Baylor Business YouTube channel or visit baylor.edu/MBA. Thank you for joining us today.